Thanks for joining us here at Functional Bliss, where Audra and Jessica will guide you through exercises and wellness techniques to help you live your best life every day. It's in the name, after all, Functional Bliss. Before you do anything else, click like and subscribe and ring the bell so you'll know whenever we put up a new video. To join our Blissful Gang for live Zoom classes where you can get more direct suggestions and encouragement, go to our website and sign up. Check the class description below for any equipment needs, grab your gear, and let's get started. We are ready to get started with our holiday themed Tai Chi. So go ahead and find your space. I like to start with my feet together. Take a moment just to take a nice deep breath in. And a nice big breath out. And then I'm gonna open my arms nice and wide, opening my chest, opening my heart, opening my mind, and dumping out all of the rest of my things today, all of my to-do list, all of the stuff from yesterday, just dumping it all out, getting rid of it. No time for it right now. This is for my practice, for me. On my next inhale, rising up gently, and then as I exhale, floating my arms down, letting them float back up as I start the next inhale. Continuing that gentle motion up and down like the wings of a bird. Matching my breath. Beautiful. The next time my hands come down all the way, I'm going to let them rise up into the corners and circle in like I'm folding my wingtips in. And then just before they touch, turning down to slide down the front of my body. We call this one sinking the chi. Beautiful, steady movement. Breathing, rising up as your hands float up. And then down as your hands sink down, softening your knees, softening your hips. Beautiful. One more here. And then this time, as my hands come down, I'm going to step out with one foot. It doesn't matter which foot. And then let my hands float gently straight up in front of me. Letting my elbows soften and let everything sink down. My whole body dripping down. Ah, like an icicle slowly melting in the sun. Warming and dripping, softening down. Beautiful. On my next rise up, my hands are going to turn in to face each other and then open out to embrace the moon. One hand scoops under, the other on top. And then I open back up as I inhale. Coming down to the other side. And then opening up again. Beautiful. One more here. And then circling in to make that big hug and sinking the chi. Beautiful. From here, rising your hands straight back up in front, and then letting them gently drift side to side, suspended in the air. Starting to shift your trunk as well. Like that tree that's strong enough to stay firmly rooted, but flexible enough to move with the wind. Beautiful, best of both worlds. Able to change when needed, but staying true to your roots. Nice. And when you get to the next corner, we're going to pause right there and then just pull in all the way into your heart and push back out. Still letting your body shift like that slender willow tree. Relaxing, letting the wind move you. Really is no effort from you at all. Beautiful. One more. And then on this next one, as we push out, we're going to sink down and cross our wrists. And then rise up and come all the way around nice and big for Princess in the Valley. Really opening up our chest and our back. Like we're looking up towards that bright, warm sun on the mountaintop. Looking up from the valley below. One more. Then floating those hands back up. One more push and pull. And then back to our drift. Perfect. Now next time we get to the corner, the other corner, we're going to push and pull on that side. Pulling into our heart and then pushing right back out. Gathering in love and light and energy, and then pushing it out with our own to share, add it into the mix. Wonderful. Now on this next one, we're going to cross our wrists up high and then sweep down and around, making that nice big circle for Princess on the Mountain. This time we're looking down from the mountaintop into the valley below. Seeing the river running through the valley, the sun shining and the green plants, all the hustle and bustle of activity from daily life as we sit soaking up the peace and the sunshine on our mountaintop. Beautiful. One more here. And then on this next one, bringing your hands back to center, pulling in, floating right back out, and then coming back to that drift. Beautiful. Now, next time you get back to that first corner, we're going to pull in again. But this time we're going to tap our toe in. And then as we push out, stepping out nice and big. Sinking our hands all the way to our waist this time. And then rising back up. Pulling down through the heart space, down to the belly. And then pushing the mountain. Rising up. Perfect. One more here. And then take your time stepping in, push and pull, and then drift. Nice. Now when we get to that second corner, we're going to do the same thing. Pulling in, but tapping the toe in, and then big step out and push the mountain, pulling all the way back down to our belly. And then rising back up to our shoulders. Fantastic. One more here. And then again, take your time, stepping in, pulling in, pushing back out, and back to that drift. We're really embracing our inner tree today. Swaying softly, letting the breeze blow through our branches and our leaves. Or maybe we're letting them blow through our needles. Maybe we're a big fir tree all decorated for Christmas, bright and sparkly with our tinsel and our ornaments. Maybe even a little dusting of snow by the nice warm fire. Everybody drinking hot cocoa and cider. Beautiful. Now when we get to that first corner again, we're going to pull in, step in, one big step out and one push. And then as we pull back, our hands are going to slide together to make an arrow piercing the clouds and then swimming back like we're swimming through those big fluffy clouds. Beautiful. Or since we're snowy, maybe it's big puffy snowbanks and we're all bundled up in our warm snow gloves and our little snow suits and our hats with our little pom-poms on top. And we're out swimming through the bright, fluffy, fresh snow. Ready to go back and get some more of that hot cider in just a few minutes. But first we gotta have our fun. Beautiful. One more. And then this time, pushing out, pulling back and stepping back, and then back to our drift. Now, not this time, but the next time we get to that second corner, we're going to pull in and step in, and then step out One push and pull, and then making that arrow, piercing the clouds, piercing the snowbank, and swimming back. Perfect. One more. And then pushing out. And as you pull back, step back. And then right back to our drift. Back to our tree, standing on the riverbank, swaying with the wind. Listening to the sounds of people laughing and playing in the river, the splashing of the water. Perfect. On this next time over to the first corner, not right now, but on the next one, we're gonna stop and put out our other foot, tapping the heel with the toes up. Pull it back in and go to the other side. Same thing, tap the heel, toes up. Beautiful. Toes up. Perfect. On this next one, we're gonna add in a little wave. Toes up, and then we're gonna wave that front hand right out over the toes. Pull everything in, and go to the other side. Waving hello. Heel and wave. All right, now on the next one, we're gonna add our other hand in. So we've got our heel and our wave, and our other hand is gonna swoosh under right above the knee. And then pull everything back in and go to the other side. We've got heel, wave, and swoosh. Beautiful. Heel, wave, swoosh. Pull it all back in one more time. Heel, wave, swoosh, and stay with me here. We're gonna turn our palms up, make big circles coming all the way around and go right into that position on the other side. We call this one playing the peacock. Beautiful. You look fantastic. All right, not yet, but on the next one, we're gonna stop for just a second and play the peacock, and then we're gonna circle into embrace the moon. So circling in, tap that toe in, put your top hand away, step out just like we did before, and then we're gonna throw the moon right out the window. The sun's gone down and our big Christmas tree is still out there looking all beautiful and sparkly, but this time in the moonlight, maybe some nice reflected firelight now. We can see the play of the light across the ornaments, making shadows dance a lot more than we could see in the sunlight, even with the fire. It's a special thing, seeing the firelight dancing on the ornaments of the Christmas tree. I only get to do it at one time a year. Bringing that top hand back in like you're holding a giant Christmas ornament. And then that hand sinks down as the other hand keeps its circle going. Beautiful. Tossing it right up. One more. And then we're going to take that back hand, swoop it up, stepping in, come all the way around right back into play the peacock. Perfect. You know how to do this one. All right, now on the next one, we're going to circle around to embrace the moon again. Stepping in and then out. Put that top hand away and toss the moon. Perfect. Bringing that other hand back in. And then pushing down. Letting both hands play together. Lovely. One more here. And then swoop that bottom hand up, stepping in, play the peepaw. One more. And then this time, swooping the hands all the way around to the center in a big hug, opening wide. And then sinking the chi. Beautiful. Resetting. Coming back to center. Making sure our tree is still rooted nice and strong. Drawing up energy, solidness, strength from the earth below. And then reaching up, rising up, bringing our crown up to get that energy shining down from the heavens above. And we're here in the middle, connecting the two. Beautiful. On our next one, we're going to bring our hands up to the sides, all the way up overhead until they meet at the top, and then sliding right down the middle, down to our heart space, and then back up, down to the sides, and then just one sink the chi. And then coming out to the sides all the way up to climb the mountain. Coming down into our heart space. Rising back up. And then back to sinking the chi. Making a pattern, alternating one and then the other. Still reaching up to the heavens and rooting down firmly into the earth. Chinese philosophy has something that they call the three treasures. Heaven and earth and us in the middle, linking the two. I always think of that idea when I'm doing this one. I really feel myself connecting the two, sinking down and then rising back up. Being that bridge in the middle. And remembering that we, humans, all of us, are one of those 3 treasures. Sometimes we forget that. Beautiful. One more sink the chi. And then one more climb the mountain. And then this time, as our hands come down by our legs, they're going to turn palms up, cross in the middle, slide apart, flip over, and sink down to close the door. Feet come together. And we are done with our practice today. Thank you so much for coming out. Yay, you guys are amazing.